Hi friends, welcome to your practice today. Today we're going to be doing a lot of heart opening, some back bend variations, some work on our splits. So grab a couple blocks if you want to use them during your practice today, and I'll see you on your mat. Let's get started in a child's pose. So go ahead and come on back. You can bring your knees wide. Big toes can touch. Sink your hips back towards your heels and lengthen your arms long in front of you. And right away, begin the process of arriving in this space. So really, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you start to consider how your body feels. Notice what's going on in the shape. Can you get a little bit heavier? Can you become a little bit more present? Maybe you start to tune inward. Take a little inventory of how you're showing up mentally and emotionally. And give yourself a few breaths just to land here. With your thoughts. Making those shifts inward. And over the next few rounds of breath, can you become a little bit more aware of how your breath is moving through your body? Notice the breath expanding the rib cage. Can you send your breath long into your fingertips? Make your breath a little bit deeper and a little bit slower. And eventually you might close off the lips and take your breath in and out through the nose. And let your breath be steady. Maybe you crawl your fingertips a little bit further forward, press your hips a little bit closer towards your heels. Sometimes it feels nice kind of to sway the rib cage from side to side. I like to take a little shimmy of my hips. And over the next couple of breaths, start to slide the right arm underneath the left. So you're finding this thread the needle in your child's. Keep pressing the hips back towards your heels. You could stay here with the left arm. You could crawl your fingertips a little bit further towards the top of the mat. Option to take a half bind here. Wrap the left arm around the low back. Reach the left fingers for the right hip crease or the right thigh. Just pause and breathe. Could feel nice to roll the left shoulder up, or maybe you press your left shoulder a little bit closer down towards the mat. And just notice the variation in sensation there. Unravel your left arm, reach your left arm back towards the top of the mat. Right arm comes to meet it. And then take it right over to the other side. Left arm threads underneath the right. And again, exploring anything that feels good here for you. So maybe you crawl your right fingers forward. Finding length through the spine, imagine you could grow through your vertebrae. Maybe you take a half bind here. However you're showing up, just be here with purpose, with breath. Unravel the right arm, reach both arms long in front of you. Start to crawl your fingertips back towards your knees, but keep your knees nice and wide. And then turn your fingertips out to the edges of the mat. Lift your heart, roll your shoulders back, a little tilt of the tailbone back. As you exhale, bend through your elbows, let your chest hinge down towards the earth. And inhale, lead with your heart space, lift up. As you exhale, bend through the elbows, lower back down. So we're kind of finding this oscillating cobra situation in our child's pose. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge. Beautiful. Lift your heart back up. Start to walk your hands in and then knock your knees into center. Give yourself a moment here to adjust. You could sit back on a block if that feels more supportive. Reach your arms high to the sky. As you exhale, twist to the right. Left hand to the right knee. Right fingers can plant behind you. Roll your right shoulder back. A little bit taller through the crown of the head. Come back through center. Breathe in. Exhale, twist left. Right hand to the left knee or left thigh. Roll your left shoulder back. Pull back through center, breathe in. Cactus your arms, open your heart. Interlace your hands behind the low back. Roll your shoulders onto back body. Nice, so pause for a moment. Press your fist down towards the earth behind you. Take another breath. And then release whatever grip of the hands that you have. You might plant your palms down for a little support. Lean forward so you can tuck the toes under. And find a little opening for the underside of the feet. You could shift from side to side here. Feel into sensation in the bottoms of the feet. Nice, take one more breath. Maybe you lean your shoulders back. And then when you're ready, lean back forward, untuck your toes, press into the tops of the feet. You might lean back here. See if you can float the knees off the earth just a little bit. So now we're pressing into the tops of the feet. Maybe you get a little sensation going on the tops of the ankles. Take another breath here. Nice, lower your knees back down to the earth. Sweep your hands forward, find your tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, stack your hips over your knees. Let's start with some cat-cows. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, breathe in. As you exhale, press into your palms, tuck your tailbone under, tuck your chin into your chest. Again, like that, drop belly, lift gaze, inhale. Exhale, press into palms, round through back body. One more just like that, tilt tailbone to sky, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, curl in. And then go ahead and take any intuitive movement here. So anything that feels nice for you. You could take barrel rolls to the belly. You could sway hips from side to side. Really just be in your breath, in your body. What would feel good here? And in the next breath or two, we meet back in a tabletop position. Nice, meet me back in a neutral tabletop. Crawl your arms forward, send your chest down towards the earth, find your puppy pose. Keep your hips stacked over your knees, tilt tailbone to the sky. Bring your chin or your forehead to rest here on the earth. And you might play around with shifting the right armpit down and then the left armpit down. Or maybe you find some stillness. Be here for another breath. Walk your hands back in. Palms underneath your shoulders. Right arm reaches high to the sky. Breathe in. As you exhale, thread the needle. So right arm underneath the left. Bring your right shoulder down. Your right side of the forehead down. You could crawl your left arm forward or again, take a half bind. Not staying here for too long, unravel your left arm. Left palm plants down, right arm sweeps to the sky. As you exhale, send your hips back towards your heels. Plant your right fingers behind you. Squeeze your glutes, drive your hips up and forward. Find this variation of a half camel. Hold for another breath, glutes are engaged. As you exhale, lower your hips back down. We're gonna take that right over to the left. So left fingertips down, drive your hips up. Little dancing camel moment. Come back down through center. Plant your palms back to the top of the mat. Find a modified side plank on the left. So kickstand the left toes out to the left. Right arm reaches high to the sky. Reach your right arm over your right ear for a moment. Find a lot of length through the right fingertips down towards the outside edge of the right foot. And then maybe you move your right arm around. So finding a little movement in the right shoulder. And take some circles in the opposite direction. Next time your right arm reaches the sky, take a breath in, and as you exhale, cactus your arm, open your heart, roll your right shoulder towards the sky. Nice, reach your right arm back long in front of you. And as you exhale, think about sending your hips down towards your left heel. Reach your right fingertips towards the right toes. So right toes curl up towards the sky. Kind of this like funky half split moment. Inhale, drive down through the left shin. Reach your right arm up and over. Again, like that. Drop your left heel, or your hips down towards your left heel. Reach right fingertips towards the right toes. Inhale, drive and lift. One more time, drop your hips down towards the left heel, reach right fingers towards right toes. Now this time, lower your hips all the way down to the earth. Left foot comes into the inner right thigh, arms reach high to the sky, grow tall, breathe in. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Flex your toes towards the sky. Draw back with the outer edge of the right foot. Soft bend in your right knee. Take another breath. Walk your hands back up your right leg. Plant your left palm back down to the top of the mat. Think about that supported side plank. Drive down into the left shin. Come all the way up, but this time lift your right leg up off the earth. Bend through your right knee. Reach back with the right hand. Maybe you catch the outside of the right foot. Squeeze your glutes. Roll your right shoulder back. Take another breath here. Softly release your right foot. Step your right foot all the way to the top of the mat. Swivel the left toes behind you. Plant your palms down to frame your right foot. This is a great place to grab blocks for a little support underneath the palms. Glue your thigh, your right thigh towards your belly. And then as you exhale, extend the right leg long. Maybe you flex right toes towards the sky. Breathe in, bend into your right knee, gaze forward. As you exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend your right knee. One more time, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend your right knee, pause. Plant your palms down to the earth, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Find this low lunge shape for a moment. You could come up to fingertips or again, grab blocks here. Imagine a shelf right above your head and imagine a shelf right above your hips. You're gonna not move anything in the torso, but tap the left knee down and drive back through the left heel, lift. Tap left knee down. Drive back through the left heel, lift. Couple more. Tap your left knee down. Drive back through your left heel. Last one. Tap your left knee down. Drive back through your left heel, pause. Straighten through both legs, find your pyramid pose. So you could step the left toes in a little bit. Lower the left heel down, draw back with your right hip, forward with your left hip, and then melt your heart down your right thigh. Soften through your right knee. Pause here for a moment. Let your head hang heavy. All right, bend back into your right knee. Gaze forward, step forward, forward fold. Wiggle walk your feet to hips width distance. Grab onto opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. Soft bend in your knees. You could sway from side to side here. Explore any movements that feel good for a moment. All right, when you're ready, release your elbows. Soft bend in your knees. Nice and slowly roll all the way up to stand. Arms reach high to the sky. Breathe in. As you exhale, cactus your arms. Open your heart. Send your hip points forward. Interlace your palms at the low back. Roll your shoulders onto back body. Drive your hips forward as you lift your heart up towards the sky. As you exhale, soft bend in your knees, fold forward. And you could keep the interlace of your fingers here. Let your fists work up and overhead. Let your head hang heavy. Release your palms if their fingers are interlaced. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, fold, step back to your high plank. We're gonna take our first vinyasa. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Breathe in. As you exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, down dog. Pause in your first downward facing dog. You can find a little bit of movement here. Sway hips side to side. Maybe you pedal at the feet. When you're ready, come to stillness. Drive your tailbone up towards the sky. Soft bend in your knees as you send your chest back towards your thighs. And then come high on your toes, lower your knees down, find your tabletop. Left arm to the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, thread the needle. Left arm sweeps underneath the right arm. Lower your left shoulder down. And then hang out here. Right fingertips could crawl forward. You could take another half bind. Wrap your right arm around the low back. Keep drawing your right hip back. We're not staying here. Unravel your right hands. Plant your right palm down by your face. Left arm sweeps towards the sky. Breathe in. Send your hips back towards your heels. Plant your left fingertips behind you. A little tuck of the tailbone. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips up. And it's okay if they only lift a little bit. Take a breath. As you exhale, lower your hips all the way back down. We're going to switch that out. Right fingertips outside the right hips. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips up. Lower your hips back down. Plant your palms down towards the top of the mat. Kickstand your right toes out to the right. Send your left foot back. Find your supported side plank. And again, find some circles through the left shoulder. Just explore any movement that feels good. Rolling your left arm around, reverse directions. Nice. Next time your left arm reaches up towards the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, cactus your arm, roll the left shoulder back, gaze towards the sky. Beautiful. Left arm to the sky, inhale. As you exhale, lower your hips down towards the earth, reach your left fingertips towards the left toes as your left toes roll towards the sky. Drive down through the right shin, inhale, lengthen your left arm up and over, lift your hips. Nice, again like that. Lower your hips down towards right heel. Sweep your left arm back towards your left toes. Inhale, drive down through the right shin. Lift your left arm up and over. And one more time. Lower your hips down. Reach back for left toes. This time, lower your hips all the way down on the earth. Sit upright. Bring the sole of the right foot into your left thigh. Arms reach high to the sky. Breathe in. As you exhale, fold over your left leg in any capacity that feels nice. Keep flexing your left toes towards the sky. Beautiful. When you're ready, walk your hands back up. Think about your supported side plank. Right palm plants to the top of the mat. Drive down through the right shin as you lift your left foot up to a hover. Flex your left foot, reach in opposite directions, and as you exhale, bend your left knee. Maybe you catch your left foot with the left hand. Roll your left shoulder back, squeeze your glutes, drive your hips towards the side of the mat. Take another breath. When you're ready, softly release your left foot, draw your left knee towards your chest, step your left foot forward. Pivot your right toes towards the back of the mat. Plant your palms down or grab blocks here. Straighten through your left leg, flex your toes towards the sky. Inhale, bend through your left knee, pull forward. And again, imagine gluing your belly towards your left thigh. Straighten. Inhale, bend back in. One more time, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend back in. Beautiful. Plant your palms down to the earth or grab blocks, tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee, pause. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. And again, imagine that shelf right above the crown of your head and something preventing your hips from moving. Lower your right knee down to tap. Extend back through your right heel. Squeeze your right glutes. And tap. And lengthen. A couple more. Tap your right knee down. Lengthen back. Last one. Tap your right knee down. Lengthen back, pause, straighten through both legs. Find your pyramid pose. Step your right toes in so your feet are on railroad tracks. You could even widen here if that feels a little bit better for your hips. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward. And again, this is a great place for blocks to come underneath your hands for a little support. Nice, soft bend in your left knee. Step forward to the top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift this time, palms to your shins, lengthen through the crown of your head. As you exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand, arms reach high to the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, cactus your arms, open your heart, send your hip points forward. Interlace your hands at the low back, crack your heart open, roll shoulders back. Exhale, soft bend in your knees, fold. Release the interlace of the palms. One more, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, step or hop back. Let's take a vinyasa. High plank to low plank, upward facing dog or cobra. As you exhale, tuck toes and hips up and back, down dog. Pause in your downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Drive your tailbone up towards the sky. Nice, soft and steady exhale. Right leg lifts, inhale. Draw your right knee towards your nose, curl forward. Step your foot between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Upper body lifts, Anjaneyasana. So pull your low belly away from your front thigh. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Allow yourself a moment to get steady in the shape. Keep reaching your fingers tall towards the sky. Take another breath, inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms down, frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step forward for your pyramid pose. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Bend back into your right knee. Maybe you wiggle walk the left toes back a little bit to find your runner's lunge. Plant your palms down, step back for high plank. Nice, hold your high plank, press the ground away, shoulder blades apart. As you exhale, take a side plank on the right. So you could find any variation here. Stack or stagger your feet. Maybe lower your bottom knee. Anything that's really calling to you in this moment, take another breath. And then when you're ready, come back to your high plank. Stay here, or option to bend through your elbows, lower down halfway. Knees up or down to get you there. Press back up, high plank. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Find a forward fold at the back of the mat. Beautiful. When you find your forward fold, soften through your knees. Lift your heels up. Find your toes pose. You might lift your hands off the earth. Pause for a moment. Nice. Reach your arms high to the sky. Hug in through the low belly. Hug your low ribs in. Drive down through the balls of the feet and like you're sliding up a wall, really, really slow. Nice and slow, come all the way up. Stay on tiptoes when you get to the top. And we're gonna reverse that. So arms can keep reaching higher. Maybe you reach your arms forward for a little counterbalance. Bend through your knees nice and slowly. Come all the way back down. Nice. When you land there, let your arms go long by your sides. Lean your shoulders back so you can deliver your knees down towards the earth. Squeeze your glutes. Let your glutes drive your hips forward. Arms reach high to the sky. Beautiful. Bring your hands to the low back. Fingers face up or down. Roll your shoulders onto back body. Open up your heart. Find a little baby camel. And come back upright through center. Give yourself a moment. Plant your palms down, find your tabletop. Tuck your toes under, press into the palms. Hover your knees just an inch. So find your bear plank here. Push the ground away, spread your shoulder blades apart. We're here for another 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Take a big breath in. Slow, steady exhale. Left leg lifts, inhale. Always hit my plant. Draw your knee towards your nose, curl forward. Step your left foot forward towards the top of the mat. Lower your back knee down, upper body lifts, Anjaneyasana. Again, give yourself a moment in the shape to settle in. Draw the low belly up and in, left hip back, right hip forward. A little tug of the left heel down into the earth and back towards your hips. Take a big breath in, reach tall. As you exhale, plant your palms down, frame your left foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step your right toes in for a pyramid pose. Straighten through both legs. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward. Melt your heart down your left thigh. Soften back through the left knee. You might wiggle walk the right toes back to the back of the mat. Find your low lunge. Plant your palms down, step back for high plank. Hold your high plank, or maybe this time you take a push-up. Press back up, high plank. Side plank on the left. Any side plank that's calling to you, stack or stagger the feet. Maybe you float the right foot. Nice, you're here for another 3, 2, 1. Right back to your high plank, pause. Walk your hands back to the back of the mat. Find your forward fold. When you get through to your forward fold, soften through your knees, lift your heels up. Again, find your toes pose. Arms reach high to the sky. Arms could reach forward in front of you for a little counterbalance. Hug your low ribs in. Drive down through the balls of the feet. Nice and slow, like you're sliding up a wall. Come all the way up. High on tiptoes when you get there. Squeeze your ankles towards one another. As you exhale, bend through your knees. Nice and slowly deliver your hips all the way back down to your heels. When you get there, let your arms relax long by your sides. Lean your shoulders back. Deliver your knees down towards the earth. Squeeze your glutes. Drive your hips forward. Arms reach up towards the sky. Little baby camel here. Hands come to the low back. Tuck your tailbone under. Roll the shoulders back. Press your hip points forward. One more breath. Come back upright through center. Plant your palms down, find your tabletop. Tuck your toes under, hover your knees just an inch. Hold here, breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Adjust if you need. Find a little movement and then come to stillness in your downward facing. High on your toes, bend through your knees, get a little springy. Ripple forward, find your high plank. And moving with breath, as you exhale, soften through your knees, send your tailbone up and back, downward facing. And again, like that, high on toes, ripple forward, high plank, inhale. Exhale, take it up and back, down dog. One last time, ripple forward to high plank, pause. Pause in your high plank, knees up or down. We're gonna lower down to the belly in 8. Nice and slow, 7, 6. See if you can get everything to land at the same time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Untuck the toes when you get there. Tighten your fingertips out to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Chin or forehead comes to the mat. As you inhale, press down through the tops of the feet. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your heart up. And as you exhale, bend through your elbows, lead with your heart, come all the way back down. So just like we did in child's pose, lead with your heart, lift up, inhale. Exhale, lower back down. One last time, inhale, lift up. As you exhale, bend through your elbows, lower down. Bring your palms underneath your forehead. Stack your palms. Let your forehead rest on top. Point out your toes. Maybe you find a little bit more space between the feet. And then squeeze your glutes. Find a little tuck of your tailbone. Press your pubic bone down. Lengthen through the right leg. And imagine your right leg lifting all up at the same time. Lift your right leg up. Keep your tailbone tucked under and lower back down. Nice. Really lengthen through your right leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Couple more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. One last time. Inhale, lift up. Hold at the top here. You're here for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right leg back down. We're going to take that over to the other side. So you might shimmy out your hips for a moment. And then again, reset. Little tuck of the tailbone. Press your pubic bone down. Lengthen through your left leg. Point your left toes. And then when you're ready, everything lifts on your left leg at once. Lift up. And lower back down. See if you can take the bend out of your left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Hold at the top. Keep a little tuck of the tail when you're here for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Again, maybe a little shimmy, etch a sketch shake of your hips. Reach your arms back like airplane wings. When you're ready, lift everything up. Find your locust pose. So reach back with the fingertips. Think pinkies towards one another. Roll your shoulders onto back body. Point through your big toes. Reach your big toes long behind you. Keep your core engaged. Lift up a little bit higher. You're here for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, press up to tabletop. When you find your tabletop position, find another puppy pose. Walk your arms forward. Let your heart melt down. Chin or forehead comes to center. And again, make this pose work for you. So maybe you want to take this a little bit more in the shoulders. If you want to find a little bit more shoulder opening here, a little tuck of the tailbone. Hug your low ribs in and then press into your palms. See if you can find a little opening underneath the armpits. Nice. Walk your hands back in. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees, gaze forward. Hop, step, or float. Maybe you take a little handstand or inversion along the way. Forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips, find your chair pose. And maybe in this chair you find more of a stable chair position. So feet widen a little bit wider than hips width distance. Little tuck of the tailbone. Arms can reach high to the sky. Nice. Maybe you sink a little bit lower. Weight back in your heels. Nice. Next inhale, drive down through your heels. Squeeze your glutes. Open up your heart at the top. As you exhale, hands through heart center, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Anything you want along the way, back to your downward facing. So maybe a crow pose, maybe an inversion, maybe you take a vinyasa. Meet me there. Another one just like that. High on toes, bend your knees, hop, step, float, play, forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips, find your chair. Drive down and through your heels. Squeeze your glutes, open up at the top, thumbs towards the back of the mat. As you exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, palms to your shins. As you exhale, fold anything you want on the way back to your downward facing. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees, hop, step, float, forward fold. This time, roll all the way up to stand. Arms reach high to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. All right, make a little space between your feet. Feet come hips width distance apart. Ground down through your left foot. Draw your right knee into your chest. Nice, give yourself a moment to find the balance. Then bring your left hand to your right knee. Right arm sweeps back, take a twist. Grow tall through the crown of your head. We're not staying here. Step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Let your right palm plant down like you're coming into a lunge, but let your left arm sweep back like an airplane wing. Nice, this always feels very like powerful, superhero kind of thing, transition for me. When you're ready, ground down through your left heel. We're coming back into your twist. So step into your left foot, right knee into your chest. Left hand to your right knee, right arm reaches back. Again, like that. Step your right foot back, right palm to the earth, left arm sweeps back, airplane wing. And one more time, drive down and through your left heel, right knee into your chest, take your twist. Now you could stay just like this. Or maybe some of you might want to catch for the outside blade of the right foot. Extend your right leg long in front of you. Pause for a moment. Nice, when you're ready, right toes to the back of the mat. Find your lunge, sweep your left arm back like an airplane wing. Soft on that landing. All right, now imagine your left arm is leading the way. Left arm reaches forward towards the front of the room, and then follow your left arm all the way towards the back of the mat. Find your high crescent lunge. Arms reach high to the sky. Nice deep bend in your right knee. Stay here. Or revolve this shape. Right hand towards your left thigh. Left arm reaches up and back. Maybe your heart lifts up towards the sky. A little bit deeper bend through your right knee. As you exhale, left palm towards the earth. Find any side plank variation on the left. Maybe you grab peace sign fingers around your right big toe. Wherever you are. Right foot steps back towards the top of the mat. Bend through your right knee, find Skandasana. Roll your left thigh open, left toes towards the sky. So here your hands could be on the ground for support. Maybe your hands float up to heart center. You could flower your arms open. Maybe you take a bind. One more breath. When you're ready, hands or no hands for support, power up through your right foot, warrior two, top of the mat. Bend through your left knee, arms to a T. Take a breath. As you exhale, interlace your hands at the low back. Roll your shoulders onto back body, breathe in. As you exhale, humble your warrior. So in your humble warrior, let your head hang heavy. Tug your left hip underneath your body. One more inhale. On your exhale, release your palms down, frame your front foot. Step back, take a vinyasa or skip it. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Nice, same thing, second side. High in your toes, bend your knees. Hop, step, or float, play, handstand. Find a forward fold, top of the mat. Roll all the way up to stand. Arms reach high to the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, bring hands to heart center. Separate your feet, hips width distance apart. Ground down through your right foot. Left knee into your chest. Find your balance. Try and get your left hip in line with your right hip. Then bring your right hand to your left knee. Left arm reaches back. Roll your left shoulder back. Nice, pause here. Taking it back to that lunge. Step your left toes to the back of the mat. Left palm plants down. Bend through your right knee along the way. Right arm reaches back like an airplane wing. Coming right back up into your twist. Drive down through your right foot, left knee into your chest. Right hand to your left knee, left arm reaches back. Lots of cues. I always stumble on my words. Take another breath in. Exhale, step it back. Left palm down, right arm out to an airplane wing. Nice. One more time. Come all the way up. Left knee into your chest. Maybe your hand stays at your left knee. You might extend your left leg forward. Catch for the outside blade of your left foot. Nice. One more breath in. As you exhale, step right back to your lunge. Right arm out to an airplane wing. All right, again, let your right arm lead the way. We're gonna come all the way to the back of the mat, pivot your toes along the way. High crescent lunge. Settle into your shape. Take a breath in, reach a little bit taller, stay here, or revolve this shape. Left hand towards your right thigh, maybe to your low back, lean up, lean back. Think about your heart lifting up towards the sky. Next, exhale, right palm down inside the left foot. Any side plank variation on the left, so you could catch big toes if you like. Good stack, stagger the feet. Lift your hips up. Cinch in through right side body. Wherever you are, left foot's gonna make a big journey all the way back towards the now top of your mat. Bend through your left knee, roll your right thigh open, Skandasana. Right toes point towards the sky. And again, any variation with your arms. So maybe your hands tent up for support. You could float your hands to heart center, flower open. Let yourself be in the shape for a moment. When you're ready, drive down through your left foot. Bend the right knee, warrior two, face the top of the mat. Pause for a moment. Bend through your right knee. Interlace your palms at the low back. Roll your shoulders onto back body. Crack your heart open. Inhale. Exhale, humble your warrior. Let your right shoulder dip inside the right leg. Let your head hang heavy. And again, keep bending through your right knee. Tug your right hip underneath the body. So notice if your booty's sticking way out to the side, can you kind of tuck it under? Be here. Take another breath in. As you exhale, plant your palms down, frame your front foot. Step back, take a vinyasa or skip it. Meet me back in down dog. All right, another round like that. A little bit different this time, so listen for the changes. High on toes, bend your knees, hop, step, or float. Maybe you play along the way. Forward fold. Roll all the way up to stand when you get there. Arms reach high to the sky. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Ground down through your left foot, right knee into your chest. Maybe you stay just like this, take your twist, or maybe this time you extend your right leg forward. Catch for the outside blade of your right foot. Just once this time, reach to the crown of your head. As you exhale, take it back to your lunge. Sweep your right leg back. Right palm plants, left arm out to an airplane wing. Let your left arm lead the way, high crescent lunge towards the back of the mat. Maybe this time you come right into the revolve. Right hand towards your left thigh. Left arm reaches back. Beautiful. This time, left palm comes down inside your right foot. Find your revolved half moon. So you could grab a block here. Right arm reaches towards the sky. Drive back through the left leg. Keep rolling your heart towards the right side of your mat. Take another breath. Left knee draws into your chest. Come all the way up to stand. Woo. Hands come to heart center. Take a breath. As you exhale, figure four chair. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Bend through your right knee. Sink your hips back. So give yourself a moment here to kind of feel into this shape. Take this anywhere you want to go. We're here. For another 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Left knee draws into your chest. As you exhale, take it back to your half moon. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. So maybe your right fingertips float here. You could always ground the right fingertips down towards the earth. Grab a block. Any variation with the legs, maybe you bend the left knee, reach back for your left foot. Find your Chapasana. Take another breath in. As you exhale, step back to pyramid pose. So plant your palms down, step your left toes back, straighten through both legs, draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Melt your heart down your right thigh. Maybe this time you reach your arms back so that your fingertips face your back leg. Nice, an option here, maybe you come to your fingertips, glue your belly towards your right thigh, bend through your left knee, bring your left heel towards your glutes. If you're there, you're holding with me for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left foot back down. Bend through your right knee. Find your Skandasana. Roll your left thigh open. Power up through your right leg, warrior 2. Interlace your hands at the low back. Crack your heart open, breathe in. As you exhale, dive down, humble warrior. Plant your palms down, frame your front foot. Step back, take a vinyasa or skip. Take a breath in. Slow and steady exhale. High on your toes. Bend your knees. Hop, step, float, play. Forward fold, top of the mat. Roll all the way up to stand. Arms reach high to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Ground down through your right foot. Left knee into your chest. Maybe this time you come right into that extended variation. Right hand to the outside blade of the left foot. Left arm reaches back. Take a breath in, reach through the crown of your head. As you exhale, right back to your lunge. Left toe step back. Left palm plants right arm to an airplane wing. Big sweep of your right arm forward and around. Find your high lunge, back of the mat. Maybe you take it right into your revolve. As you exhale, right palm to the top of the mat. I have to adjust because there's a plant in my way. Find your revolved half moon. Left arm to the sky. Drive back through the right heel. Maybe you keep a soft bend in your left knee. Take another breath. When you're ready, right knee into your chest. Come all the way up to stand. Hands come to heart center. Exhale, figure 4 chair. Right ankle over your left thigh. Pause. So again, you could take this anywhere you want to go. Maybe your elbows come down towards the right shin. You could take a twist. Palms can reach down towards the earth. One more breath. Nice. When you're ready, right knee into your chest. Open up, find your half moon. Right leg back. Send your left hand down towards the earth, or your left fingertips could float. Right hip peels open on top of the left. Drive back through your right foot. Maybe you stay, maybe you take Chapasana. Bend through your right knee. Take another breath. Next exhale, release your right foot. Step back to pyramid pose. So square off through your hips, step your right toes back, draw your left hip back, right hip forward. And again, maybe you walk your fingertips back to face the back of the mat. Stay here, or shift your weight forward into the left heel, bend through your right knee. Right heel squeezes towards your glutes. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot lands down. Crawl your hands forward, bend through your left knee, pivot open, Skandasana. Power up through your left leg, warrior two. Interlace your hands at the low back, crack your heart open, breathe in. As you exhale, humble your warrior. Plant your palms down, frame your front foot. Step back, take a vinyasa or skip. Lower your knees down. Sit back towards your heels for a moment. Bring your palms to your thighs. Let your palms face up or down. Come back to your breath. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Drive down and through into the shins. Squeeze your glutes. Come all the way up. Nice. Let's find a variation of a camel pose. So option here, you could keep the toes untucked. Tuck the toes under. Maybe your palms come to the low back, this variation that we've been exploring already. Maybe you reach one or both hands back for the heels. So when you're ready, tuck your tailbone under, squeeze glutes. Send your hip points forward. Imagine a string that's pulling your heart up towards the sky. Find length in your spine, wherever you're going. We're going to be here for a few cycles of breath. Nice. When you're ready, come back up and out of it. Untuck your toes, sit back to your heels. Give your body a moment. When you're ready, tabletop position. One more puppy pose. Arms reach forward towards the top of the mat. Maybe your chin or forehead comes to center. An option here, some of you might like to explore, keep your hips stacked over your knees. Maybe you tuck the toes under and extend back. Wherever you are, we're here for another 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back in. Pause for a moment in tabletop, tent out to your fingers, round through back body. Little tuck of the chin. When you're ready, find your downward facing. All right, one more round of our sequence. We're gonna add in some new things. When you're ready, come high on your toes. Bend your knees, gaze forward, hop, step, or float, or play. Forward fold, top of the mat. When you get there, roll all the way up to stand. Arms reach high to the sky, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Ground down and through the left foot. Right knee into your chest, take your twist or grab right for the outside blade of your right foot. Grow through the crown of your head, inhale. As you exhale, sweep right back to your lunge. Left arm sweeps back. Follow your left hand all the way around, high crescent lunge towards the back of the mat. When you get there, maybe you take this right into the revolve, right hand down the left thigh. Left hand down, find your revolved half moon, launch off. Left knee into your chest, come all the way up to stand. Hands come to heart center. Exhale, figure four chair. Nice, when you're ready, left knee back into your chest. Nice and steady, sweep the left leg back, find your half moon. Next exhale, step back, find your pyramid pose. Maybe you sweep the fingertips back. Option again, ground down through the right heel, squeeze your left heel towards your glutes. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower your left toes down, bend through your right knee, Swivel open, Skandasana. Take a breath in. Power up, warrior two. Interlace your hands at the low back. Crack your heart open, inhale. Exhale, humble your warrior. As you release your palms this time, come into a triangle pose. Straighten through your left leg, left hand down, right arm to the sky. So again, here you could grab a block for a little support. Roll your right hip open. Find a lot of length from the left hip crease towards the left armpit. Start to bring your right palm down towards the earth. Bring your gaze forward. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Bend through both knees, lower your right knee down. Untuck your toes, Anjaneyasana, upper body lifts. So pause here for a moment. You could stay just like this, or option to drive down into the top of the right foot. And then imagine what we were doing at the beginning of class. Lift the knee up, drive back with the right leg. Find a lot of opening across the front of the right hip. Really tall through the crown of the head. You're here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right knee down. Plant your palms down. Straighten through your left leg. Find a half split. So option here to hang out in your half split. If you want to wiggle yourself into a variation of full splits, you could tuck toes under, tuck your right toes under. Maybe you lift your right knee and drive back. Wherever you're going. Find a posture that feels supportive, that you can stay for a few breaths. Nice. When you're ready, nice and slow, start to make your way back out of it. Bend through your left knee, and then come up to stand on your right shin. All right, we're gonna come into a half camel, half split variation, and this pose starts in kind of that dancing camel situation. So you can send your hips back towards the right heel. And your right hand is going to come back behind the right hip. Now, when you place your fingertips down, you could stay on fingertips or you could grab a block for a little bit of support. And the block could be really at any height that feels most supportive to you. But when you're ready, you're going to drive your glute, or squeeze your glutes, drive your hips up, find this half dancing camel. But option here to stay just like this, opening up through the heart, roll your heart towards the sky, squeeze your glutes, or start to float the left foot up. You might grab peace sign fingers around the left big toe and extend your left leg towards the sky. Just find a place that you can feel steady and supported. Maybe you wobble a little bit. Stay here for another couple of breaths. Nice, and when you're ready, you're gonna make your way out slowly. Bend through your right knee, lower your left foot down. Woo, give yourself a moment. You might set a block off to the side. Plant your palms down. You can take a vinyasa or skip it. Meet me back in down dog. All right, all of that on the second side. Come high on your toes. Bend your knees, hop, step, float, play. Find a forward fold at the top of the mat. Beautiful. When you get there, roll all the way up to stand. Arms reach high to the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, bring hands to heart center. Nice, right hand reaches for your left knee, left arm back, or extend your left leg forward. Take the outside blade of your left foot. Take a breath in. As you exhale, right back to your lunge. Woo! Left palm down, right arm sweeps back. And then follow your right arm all the way up and around to the back of the mat, high crescent lunge. Maybe you come right into your revolve. Left hand towards the right thigh, heart towards the sky. Squeeze your glutes. As you exhale, revolved half moon. Right palm down, launch off. Right knee into your chest. Come all the way up to stand, hands to heart center. As you exhale, figure four chair. Coming right up and out of it. Right knee to your chest, come all the way up. Next, exhale, windmill open, find your half moon. Send your right leg back. Right hand to the sky. Take a breath in. As you exhale, square off your hips, step your right toes to the back of the mat. Square off your hips, pyramid pose. Let your right heel land down. Maybe again, your fingers face the back of the mat. Option to drive down through your left heel. Bend your right knee, squeeze your right heel towards your glutes. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower your right toes down. Bend through your left knee, pivot open, Skandasana. Power up, warrior 2. Interlace your hands at the low back. Crack your heart open, inhale. Exhale, humble your warrior. Let your head hang heavy. Ground down through your right heel. Start to straighten through your right leg. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. Find your triangle pose. Peel your left hip on top of the right. Lengthen through your crown of your head. Find more length through side body. And start to let your left palm lead the way. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot. Lower your left knee down. Untuck your left toes. Anjaneyasana, upper body lifts. Nice, and when you get here, option to stay just like this or press into the top of the left foot. Drive the left knee up towards the sky. Find a lot of space in the front of the left hip and hold for a moment. A little tuck of the tailbone. See if you can pull your low belly away from front thigh, grow a little bit taller. You're here for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left knee down. Plant your palms down, any variation of a split. So straighten through the right leg. Find your half split. Again, great place to grab blocks. Maybe you work more into a full split variation. Tuck your back toes. Drive back. I like to wiggle my left foot back. And then find a space where you can hang out. You're not really hanging out, right? There's activity happening. Drive down through the right heel. Hug the right hip back. I always think about my right heel like digging back in sand as my left hip scrubs forward. When you're ready, nice and slowly, come up and out of it. Wiggle your right toes back. Bend through your right knee and come up to kneeling. All right, we're gonna find that half camel, half split variation again on the left side. So grab a block if you're going there. You could send your hips back towards your left heel. And I like to bring a block underneath my left hand for support. When you're ready, soft bend in the right knee. Tuck your tailbone under. Imagine that dancing camel. Drive up through the left shin. And then peel your right shoulder back. Open up your heart. Stay here. Or you could float your right toes up. Grab peace sign fingers around the right big toe. And extend your right leg forward. Wherever you are, let the wobbles be there. This is such a balance challenge for me. When you're ready, the next couple rounds of breath, start to make your way out of it. Softly lower your left hip down. Let your right foot to come down. Bend through your right knee and travel back. Take a vinyasa or skip it. Lower your knees down. Find your tabletop. Untuck the toes. Sit back to your heels. Couple of options here. First, let's start together. Tuck your fingertips behind you. Little tuck of your tailbone, drive down into the shins. Lift your hips up. Roll your shoulders onto back body. So kind of finding this symmetrical shape we just found on both sides of the body. When you're ready, nice and softly, lower your hips back down. So you could find another round of that shape, finding this symmetrical camel from the ground up, or an option to come into kind of like a really fun, playful variation of a camel. It's called a floating camel. And option here would be to bring the fingers towards the base of the feet. And so your fingers face back towards your heels. Now I like to lean back so that I can create a little contact here with the base of my palms, my wrist creases, with the earth. So the base of my palms is hitting the mat. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart. Now this is a great place to stay. You could hang out here. Maybe you see if you can lean back, float your knees up. An option here to squeeze your glutes, tuck your tailbone under, drive your hips up. Keep pressing into the palms, roll your shoulders back. When you're ready, nice and slowly come out of it. Whew. All right. Let yourself land for a moment and rest. Nice and slowly, in your own time, drop your hips over to one side. And then step your feet out in front of you. You can step the feet nice and wide. Bring your fingertips behind you and just gently windshield wiper the legs side to side. And in your own time, come to stillness. Lower all the way down to your back. Plant your feet down, hips width distance apart. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. In your supine figure 4. Option to stay here. You can float your left foot up off the earth. Catch underneath your left hamstring or around the left shin. And starting to settle into a slower breath. A softer being. And in your own time, cactus or tee out your arms. Let your left foot come down to the earth if it's lifted. And then roll over to your left hip. Let your right foot plant down. Sometimes it feels good to catch the right ankle here with the left hand. You could drive the right knee away from you. Maybe you gaze over right shoulder. And when you're ready, come back through center. Unravel the right ankle. And let your left ankle cross over the right. Again, finding your supine figure 4. This little pigeon variation, you could float the right foot up. Maybe you catch around the right hamstring or shin. When you're ready, Cactus or tee out your arms, let your right foot land down, roll over to your right hip so that the left foot can land on the earth. And again, maybe you catch for the left ankle with your right hand. Gaze over over the left shoulder. When you're ready, knees come back into center. Unravel your legs. Any final postures you need, any of those like ritual moments that you like to explore before you land in Shavasana. Could be a happy baby, a little hug, anything that's calling to you. And in the next few rounds of breath, make your way into your Shavasana. Let everything land. Let go of expectations. Maybe you just release into the sensation of being in your body, being fully present. Take as much time here as you need. Give yourself the gift of sitting in stillness before you go on about your day. But as I leave you, a big thank you for practicing with me, for sharing your breath and your energy. Have a great day.